Good morning, good afternoon. I'm doing a blog today on Halloween safety here on YouTube. The blog goes like this, okay? Well, Halloween can be a very wonderful thing for a lot of young people, a lot of young kids between little age of 4 up to teenager to adulthood. Well, I'm going to tell you safety-wise for you. These are things for you to be alive for next Halloween as well. Okay, and the one thing you gotta do, stay on well-lit streets, or if you trick or treat in a rural area, no street lamps, stay with your kinfolks and be safe. Every year on news, I hear some statistic of some young kid poisoned by having something that it shouldn't be there in the candy. There are some pretty nasty people on Halloween who do some pretty nasty stuff out there, like putting a razor blade in apples. It's pretty bad. I've seen that before. Razor blade put in an apple. I've seen where somebody put a needle and injected that into their candy bars on Halloween. It happened to be bleach, Javas bleach, and gave every kid that ate that candy bar and that one particular person all ended up in hospital. This happened one Halloween, and these are awful things that happen to people. Well, I don't want to see you a victim of these mean, awful pranks. So when you get your Halloween candy, get it home. Have your parents, your mom and dad, check it out. Check it thoroughly because, and if you see any puncture marks in the wrapper or see it been tampered with, take that discard it. If you feel, discard it immediately if it's been tampered with. That is really, and if you see an apple and a razor blade, that's it. Well, razor blade and the apple trick, that is a mean trick as well, because there are people who do some pretty stupid things like that. So, also, now with coronavirus around, too, that can make it even more difficult. Some areas, you may not be able to trick or treat. So, if you do come in other areas that are come a modified stage 2 area and somebody not in modified stage 2, just trick or treat. That's fine, but keep in mind Halloween safety, wearing the PPE, stuff like that. Halloween can be a very joyous time of year, but don't let this Halloween be a Halloween tragedy out there, because rest assured, they call it Devil's Night. We call it many words to explain Halloween. I look at Halloween just as something to, that we all do. But be careful, young little boys and gals. Be careful. I don't want to see you on the news. I don't want to see they'll turn on C8 Morning News and see that, report today, young lad is in the hospital, seriously hurt, consuming apple with a razor blade, cut and ends up, ends up losing voice because of the razor blade apple. I don't want to hear that in the news. I'd rather hear that Halloween went off just moving well and nobody get hurt. Well, there are people who drive around cars. I know they can also pick up teenage girls, lure them in that car, drive away, take their photo, post, turn around, strip them of their right, take their cell phone away, and then turn around and put them on human trafficking out on the street. The people do this too. They do Halloween just to make the people victim of human trafficking. That's going to be worse thing. That's happened too. Now, Halloween is safe. Be safe. Have your candy checked by an adult. If you see a suspicious car around that doesn't belong in your neighborhood, or if somebody that looks suspicious, go pick your cell phone, call 911, And remember, you just made that call might have saved somebody else from the embarrassing thing of being stuck in might save somebody from being human trafficking too. Remember, be safe. Be sorry. Remember, arrive alive. Arrive alive. Be safe and arrive alive is Halloween. And don't be a fool and do not be a fool and eat a candy because you're hungry on the walk. Wait till you get home. Because candy could be tainted with an awful stuff. Could be tainted with crack cocaine. Could be tainted with LSD. Could be tainted with fentanyl. Could be laced with fentanyl. Could be laced with all kinds of nasty street drugs. I just named a few of them out there. Other nasty ones as well. Anyway, be safe. Don't be a fool this Halloween. Blog over.